See, we are in the general ledger accounting. So in the previous class, we have completed recurring documents. See, today we have to start conversion of foreign currency business transactions into company code local currency. See, foreign currency postings. So what exactly is the foreign currency postings? So here, see, our company code local currency is US dollar. Now, our company code may incur the business transactions in number of currencies. They may be incurring the business transactions in Indian rupees or GBP or Singapore dollars or Australian dollars and so on. So whenever the foreign currency business transactions are incurred, they are posted in the respective currencies only. Means, suppose you have paid rent in Indian rupees. So rent is posted in Indian rupees only. And you have imported some material from India and you have made the payment in Indian rupees. So that payment is also posted into system in Indian rupees only. So like that, whenever the business transactions are posted in any foreign currency, they are to be converted into company called local currency. Why? Because our financial statements are to be prepared in the company called local currency only. That is why for every GL account, if you remember, we have selected only balances in local currency. Because you have to prepare a P&L account and balance sheet in the company called local currency only, right? Now, we are incurring the business transactions in Indian rupees and we are incurring the business transactions in GBP and Singapore dollars, etc. Singapore dollars, etc. So let us take the example of Indian rupees. So when the business transaction is incurred in Indian rupees and it is also posted in Indian rupees, then the system has to convert that Indian rupee transaction into US dollar. For that, we have the three options. For that, we have the three options. One is the Indian rupee transaction can be converted at the bank buying rate or bank selling rate or bank average rate. So here, what is bank buying rate? It is the rate at which the bankers will purchase any specific foreign currency. That is called bank buying rate. And that is represented with the letter G in the system. Now, you have the bank selling rate. It is the rate at which the bankers will sell any specific currency. That is called bank selling rate and that is denoted with B. Similarly, bank average rate. So the average of bank buying rate and bank selling rate is called bank average rate. For example, today we have sold some goods to a customer in India and the Indian customer has made the payment in Indian rupees. So we don't have any rupee account in our bank and we cannot use the rupees as such. So we have to convert them into company called local currency, in our example US dollar. So for that we approach the bankers. So because the bankers are considered as most reliable sources as far as financial transactions are concerned. So we approach the bankers and the bankers will purchase this rupee at a specific rate. That is called bank buying rate. And that is represented with the letter G in the system. Then bank selling rate. For example, today we have imported some plant and machinery from the Indian vendor and we have to make the payment in Indian rupees. And again, we don't have any rupee account. So we approach the bankers to purchase the rupees. then the bankers will sell the rupee at a specific rate. That is called bank selling rate. And this bank selling rate is denoted with the letter B in the system. Then bank average rate. So bank average rate means M. It is the average of bank buying rate and bank selling rate. So here the bank buying rate and bank selling rate will be changing every day, for that matter every minute, due to the mechanism of supply and demand factors, due to the mechanism of fluctuations in the supply and demand of respective currencies. Here we are not concerned with the mechanism of fluctuations in the foreign currency rates. Our concern is at what rate the foreign currency business transaction is to be converted into company called local currency, whether at the bank buying rate or bank selling rate or average rate. That is our concern as a FI consultant in this regard. So here, this bank buying rate, bank selling rate, bank average rate, they are called exchange rate types. So these exchange rate types were already defined in the system. So we can use them as it is. Otherwise, we can define our own exchange rate types. See the first step in the material, please. To verify the foreign exchange rate types, SPRO, SAP NetWeaver, General Settings, Currencies, check exchange rate types. See the material whatever written there. No action required. Just to verify whether the following exchange rate types are available. Click on position. Exchange rate type is equal to G, bank buying rate. Click on enter. See, G is already available in the system. Standard translation at bank buying rate. Then again, click on position. Exchange rate type is equal to B, bank selling rate. Click on enter. See, B is already available there. Standard translation at bank selling rate. Again, click on position. Exchange rate type is equal to M. Click on enter. See, M is also available. Standard translation at bank average rate. Suppose I don't want to use system defined exchange rate types, GBM. I want to define my own exchange rate types. In that case, click on new entries. You can give any identification. For example, P, bank buying rate, Q, bank selling rate, R, bank average rate. Like that, we can also define our own exchange rate types also. Now see the next step. Define translation ratios for currency translation. What is the translation ratio? See, translation ratio for currency translation. It is the relation between the minimum units of two currencies in the commercial usage for the conversion purpose. See, it is the relation between the minimum units of two currencies in the commercial usage for the conversion purpose. For any pair of currency, the translation ratio is always 1:1, but for the Japanese yen, the relation is always 1:100. Means, see, US dollar is to INR is 1:1. USD is to GBP is 1:1. USD is to Singapore dollar is 1:1. Means what? Singular unit of Indian rupee is to be converted into singular units of USD. Single unit of rupees are to be converted into singular units of dollars. US dollar is to GBP is equal to 1:1 means singular unit of GBP is to be converted into singular unit of USD. GBP means Great Britain pound. Then US dollar is to Singapore dollar is 1:1. Means singular unit of Singapore dollar is to be converted into singular units of US dollar. So like that, for any pair of currency, the relation is always 1:1. But only one exception is there. That is for Japanese yen. So with relation to Japanese yen, the ratio of any currency is 1:100. Means for the purpose of conversion, 100 yens will be taken as a one unit to convert into foreign currency. Means 100 yens is equal to how many dollars? That is called translation ratio. Similarly, how many Indian rupees are equal to US dollar? That is called translation ratio. So there is only one exception with relation to Japanese yen, which is called 1:100. So for the purpose of conversion, 100 yens will be taken as one unit for the purpose of conversion. And of course, this relation was already defined in the system. But here also we should know how to define the relation. Path is same as above. Define translation ratio for currency translation. Click yes on the message. And there are many people from India and US, right? So first to those who are doing the practice with the US company code, first write down. And if you're doing the practice with Indian company code, I will tell you once this is completed. Because the settings are different if your company code is in India or if your company code is in US. So those who are doing the practice with US company code, again I'm repeating. Those who are doing the practice with US company code, please write down first. Exchange rate type is equal to G. Click on new entries. Exchange rate type is equal to G. From is equal to INR. So if you are doing the practice with US company code, your company code local currency will be US dollar. In that case, INR will be foreign currency, right? So from INR to the amount is to be converted into US dollars, right? That's why from is equal to INR. Here I am explaining the settings for one currency, Indian rupees. And the same settings are to be done for every foreign currency. 2 is equal to USD, valid from, give the today's date, 31/10/2017. So this relation is valid from today. Ratio from 1, ratio to 1. Ratio from 1, ratio to 1. Then exchange rate type is equal to B, bank selling rate. From is equal to INR to USD, valid from 31/1/2017. Ratio from 1, ratio to 1. Exchange rate type is equal to M. From is equal to INR to USD, valid from 31/10. I'm sorry. For the first one also you have to enter the 31/10. For average rate M also, valid from 31/10/2017. Ratio from 1, ratio to 1. Click on save. Now, those who are doing the practice with Indian company code, please write down now. So, if your company code local currency is INR, then USD will be your foreign currency, right? So, the foreign currency business transaction of US dollar amount is to be converted into INR, right? In that case, from will be USD, to is INR, right? Write down. Those who are doing the practice with Indian company code, please write down. Exchange rate type is equal to G. From is equal to USD to INR. valid from 31/10/2017 from ratio 1 to ratio 1. Exchange rate type is equal to B. From is equal to INR, sorry, from is equal to USD to INR. To INR. Valid from any number of currencies we can define. That's that point I'm going to cover now only. 2 is equal to INR, valid from 31/10/2017 from ratio 1 to ratio 1. Now, exchange rate type M. Exchange rate type M. From is equal to USD to INR, valid from 31/10/2017 from ratio 1 to ratio 1. Now, here Anil has asked one question. Anil, how many currencies can we, Anil has asked one question. Like this, how many currencies can we define? There is no any limit. You can define the translation ratios for any number of foreign currencies. Suppose you are dealing with 100 foreign currencies. You are exporting to 100 countries. Then you may be incurring the business transactions in 100 currencies. So you have to define the translation ratio for all the 100 currencies. And this translation ratio is to be defined for each exchange rate type for every foreign currency. Suppose if you are having 100 foreign currencies, 100 into 3, 300 lines are to be entered here. Clear? Write down this point here. You have some space, no? Write down here. The translation ratio is to be defined. The translation ratio is to be defined for each exchange rate type. For each exchange rate type, for each foreign currency. For each foreign currency. Okay. Now, see the next step. Enter exchange rates. So every day, the user has to enter what is the bank buying rate, bank selling rate, and bank average rate of every foreign currency we are dealing with. So, for entering the exchange rates, you have the different methods. So, first let us enter the exchange rate. Then I will discuss with you what are the methods that are available to enter the exchange rates. Path is same as above. Here we are entering the rates manually. Click on new entries, and those who are doing the practice with US company code, first write down. Exchange rate type is equal to G, that is bank buying rate. Valid from 31/10/2017. Indirect quotation 66. From is equal to INR to USD. So if your company code is US, if your company code is in US, your currency will be US dollar. In that case, INR will be your foreign currency. That's why from currency INR to currency USD. Now, exchange rate type B. Exchange rate type B, valid from 31/10/2017. I will explain you what is indirect quotation. Indirect quotation is equal to, let us say 68, bank selling rate. From is equal to INR to USD. Exchange rate type is equal to M, bank average rate. Valid from 31/10/2017. From is equal to INR, sorry, indirect quotation. 66 plus 68 divided by 2, 67. From is equal to INR. Yes. System gives the error message. From is equal to INR to USD. So like that, for every foreign currency, every day the user, for every foreign currency means for every foreign currency you are dealing with. It's not that every foreign currency is existing in the world. We have to enter what is the bank buying rate, bank selling rate, bank average rate for each foreign currency in which you are incurring the business transactions generally. Click on save. Now, those who are doing the practice, write down now. Those who are doing the practice with Indian company code. Means if your company code local currency is INR, now you write down. Exchange rate type is equal to G, valid from 31/10/2017. Valid from 31/10/2017. From is equal to USD. From is equal to USD. Direct quotation 66. If your company code local currency is INR, you have to enter the direct quotation. From is equal to USD. Direct quotation is equal to 66 to INR. Exchange rate type is equal to B, valid from 31/10/2017. From is equal to USD. Direct quotation 68 to INR. Then exchange rate type is equal to M, valid from 31/10/2017. From is equal to USD. Direct quotation 67 to INR. Now, click on save. Now, what is indirect quotation and what is direct quotation? So, when we have to use direct quotation and when we have to use the indirect quotation? Technically speaking, we can use either direct quotation or indirect quotation, but only the matter of convenience is important. Whether you have to use direct quotation or indirect quotation is only a matter of convenience, nothing else. But what is direct and indirect quotation? I will explain. See, foreign exchange quotations. There are two types of quotations which we can enter in the foreign currency tables. Number one, direct quotation. For 1 unit of foreign currency, how many number of units of company code local currency you get? Suppose you are doing the practice with Indian company code. So your company code local currency will be INR, right? Then US dollar will be foreign currency. So direct quotation means for 1 unit of foreign currency, for $1, how many number of units of company code local currency you get? How many number of rupees you get? 66, 68, 67 and so on. Clear? So it is convenient to use the direct quotation when the foreign currency is bigger than the company code local currency. So your company code local currency is INR, foreign currency is US dollar. So foreign currency US dollar is bigger than your company code local currency. That's why I have entered direct quotation if your company code local currency is INR. I hope it is clear for everybody. Now, indirect quotation. For 1 unit of company code local currency, how many number of units of foreign currency? Here, your company code local currency is US dollar and foreign currency will be INR. So, for 1 unit of company code local currency, that is for 1 unit of US dollar, how many number of units of foreign currency? How many number of units of rupees you get? Same, 67, 68, 67. It is convenient to use the indirect quotation when the company code local currency is bigger than foreign currency. That's why for those who are doing the practice with US company code local currency will be US dollar, right? INR is foreign currency. In that case, company code local currency is bigger than foreign currency. That's why for those who are doing the practice with US company code, I told them to enter indirect quotation. Clear? So technically speaking, we can use anything, but it's only a matter of convenience. And one more thing is, we have to understand one more concept, transaction currency. It is the currency in which the business transaction occurs. It is also called document currency. Document currency or transaction currency. Suppose you have paid rent in Indian rupees. That is called, INR is called transaction currency or document currency, nothing else. For every foreign currency posting, the system stores two figures in the tables. One is in the document currency, the other one is in the company code local currency. So first let us post the transaction, then I will explain. Now, here I told you that every day we have to enter the rates. So how can we enter? Suppose we are using 100, you are dealing with 100 foreign currencies. In that case, 100 into 3, bank buying rate, bank selling rate, bank average rate. So these three rates are to be entered for each foreign currency. That is 100 into 3 means 300 lines you have to enter. It may take a lot of time. That's why we have many methods. Suppose if you are dealing with 5-6 foreign currencies, then the user can enter the rates every day manually in the same transaction code what we have done. Okay. Suppose if you are dealing with more than 50 currencies, for example, then the user can prepare one Excel sheet. That Excel sheet can be uploaded into SAP. That is one method. Otherwise, there are some internet sites like www.moneycontrol.com, www.xe.com, www.iforex.com, Bloomberg.com. Like that, there are hundreds of internet sites which are dealing with foreign currencies. So if you pay subscription to those to those internet sites, right, they will send us some small plugins. Plugin is nothing but an executable program. So that is installed by basis consultants in our servers. Then these sites will be regularly updating the foreign exchange rates. Then they will be automatically flown into our servers. So in the case of large multinational companies, we use the third method, right? Now, see the next step. Post a document in foreign currency. Transaction code F-02. So let me check one setting. Transaction code F-02. Document date is 31/10/2017. Type is SA. Now, here for the purpose of converting into company code local currency, right? Always we use the current rates. Historical accounting rates are different. They are to be used according to some of the international accounting standards. What we are discussing here is how the foreign currency transaction, when it is incurred, is to be converted into company code local currency. There is no any concept of historical accounting rates and current accounting rates in this context. Type is equal to SA. Company code 3366. Posting date 31/10/2017. Period 10. Currency INR. If you are doing the practice with Indian company code, you have to enter the currency US dollar. Means we have incurred the business transaction in this currency. Now, how the system understands that the currency entered here is a foreign currency or my own currency? If you remember, see, our company code local currency is US dollar, right? So if you remember, at the time of creating the company code, we have given the currency US dollar, right? Now, at the time of posting every business transaction, we are entering the currency here, right? So, every time the system compares the currency entered here with the currency entered at the time of creating company code. If both the currencies are same, okay, system understands that, okay, it's also my own currency. If the currency entered here is different from the currency defined for company code, system understands that, okay, this is the foreign currency. That's how system understands. Let us assume we have paid rent to the landlord in Indian rupees. Okay. So posting key 40, account is 400, 300. Rent account. Click on enter. Amount is equal to 68,000. Business area 3366. Text being rent paid. Text being rent paid. And look at the screen. Against the amount also currency INR is there. Posting key 50. Account is 2,100,000. And one more thing, if you're doing the practice with Indian company code, currency you have to enter in F-02 US dollar. Then amount you have to enter $1,000. Is there anybody who is doing the practice with Indian company code in our class? Please put the message in the chat box. Okay, that's fine. Now, posting key 50, account is 2,100,000. Okay, Gadi. So, in that case, when you are posting the transaction F-02, you have to enter the currency. Okay. So, you have to enter the currency US dollar. Okay. And in the amount column, you have to enter $1,000. Means you have to enter the amount in dollars because that is your foreign currency, no? So account is 2,100,000. Click on enter. Amount is asterisk. Business area 3366. Text plus. Click on display document overview. See, rent account data to cash. Click on save. See, document 16 was posted in the company code 3366. And see the material, please. Go to menu document. Click on display option. See, rent account data to cash, right? 68,000. And you see the amount in INR. Means it is called company code local currency. Or, sorry, not company code local currency. This is called document currency or transaction currency. Then, how much is this amount in the company code local currency? Click on display currency. See, rent account data to cash 1,000 USD. So 68,000 divided by 1,000, 68 rupees per dollar. So the system has taken bank selling rate. Why the system has taken bank selling rate? Why not bank average rate and why not bank buying rate? We have different three rates, no? So why system has specifically taken bank selling rate? Right? Where is that setting done? See the material. Important note. Whether a particular document should be posted at exchange rate type GBM value is decided by its document type SAKRDR. We have to decide and assign default exchange rate types to the document types in OBS 7. So our document type is SCA, right? We are in the general ledger. So the general ledger document type is SCA. Let us see what is the exchange rate type assigned for document type. Procedure. To assign the default exchange rate type to the document type. Transaction code OBS 7. Click on position. Document type is SCA. Click on enter. Select SCA type document. Click on details button. See default values. Exchange rate type for foreign currency documents. B is there. That is bank selling rate. That's why the system has taken bank selling rate for the purpose of conversion. Now, my requirement is I want to use bank buying rate. In that case, you come to this screen and you remove B, you enter G, bank's buying rate. Click on save. Now, from now onwards, all the general ledger transactions posted in the foreign currencies are converted into company code local currency using bank buying rate G. And the previously posted transactions will not be affected. Whatever the transaction you post from now onwards in the foreign currency only will be converted into company code local currency using bank's buying rate. Let us post one more transaction, right? This time I am posting salaries payment. Yeah, I will explain to that point also. General practice also I will tell you. You have to write, not only telling, you have to write. I will tell you what is that. Amount, we have entered bank buying rate. No? I am entering the amount so that we can understand the conversion easily. I have posted salaries now in Indian rupees. See, go to menu document display. So this is the transaction currency. Click on display currency. Again 1,000. 66,000 divided by 1,000. 66 rupees per dollar. That is your bank buying rate. Now, let us display the line items in the cash account. Because cash account is created in the foreign currency, right? Let us see what happened to the line item display of cash account. FBL3M. Two lakh 100 cash account. See, today we have posted 2 foreign currency transactions, right? And the system is displaying the balances in company code local currency only. Why? For the cash account, you have selected only balances in local currency. See the links. So at the time of posting the transactions, the user enters the respective currency, then it is converted into company code local currency automatically. Now I hope everything is clear to everybody relating foreign currency conversions. Now, what is the general practice, right? You have some space here, right? Otherwise, on the top of the page, you might have taken the physical printout, no? Okay, I will do that. What I was telling you. Okay, what is the general practice? On the top of the page, please write down. The GL documents are converted using bank average rate. The GL documents are converted using bank average rate. Vendor invoices within brackets KR, vendor invoices within brackets KR is converted at a bank selling rate. At a bank selling rate. The customer invoices within brackets DR is converted using bank buying rate. Using bank buying rate. So this is the general practice. But according to client specific requirement, right, for any document type, we can use either G or B or M. Now, Chandrasekhar is asking me to remove the FS00. To remove the only balances in local currency checkbox. No, it is the international standards, right, Chandrasekhar? It is international accounting standards. See, the logic is for vendor invoice, you have to use the bank selling rate. Vendor invoice means you have to make the payment, no? So in order to make the payment, you have to have the dollars. So you have to purchase the dollars. You are purchasing dollars means bank selling rate, no? Yeah. So here, Chandrasekhar is asking me to deselect only balances in local currency. Yes, I have deselected. Click on Sim. See, keep the balanced accounts in local currency only. Change the balances in local currency not possible. The account has a balance. The data contains error, you cannot save. So, whenever the account currency is company code local currency, only balances has to be selected. Only balances in local currency has to be selected. Clear, Mr. Chandrasekhar? Akila, you have any questions? Akila, you have any questions? Okay. Anil, I will come to one by one, right? How to upload exchange rates from MS2. That we will discuss later on, Anil. Yes. Yes, Chandrasekhar, you are right. For P&L accounts also, see, the thing here is when you, when the account currency is company code local currency, right? We have to select only balances in local currency. Gadi, one second, I'm looking at your question. See, when you're selling means bankers will purchase, right? So that is called bank buying rate. See, you have to take into criteria. The bank rates only you have to take that as criteria. So you are purchasing the foreign currency from the bank means what? For the bank, that is the selling rate. When you are selling the foreign currency to the bank means what? For the bank, it is bank buying rate, right? So in the case of customer invoice, you receive the payment in the foreign currency. You cannot use the foreign currency as it is in your country. So you have to sell them to the bank. Means bankers are purchasing. So we use bank buying rate. Clear, Gadi? You think as a bank. Now, Hima Sailaja, Khalid, okay. Purushottam, any questions in this class? Okay. Roni, okay. Srinivas,
No, sir.
okay.
No, sir.
Yeah. Tafiq, okay. Teja, okay. See, parent currency means, right? It is the company code, it is the local currency of your parent company code. Parent currency means it is the currency or local currency of your parent company code. This concept comes into existence in the case of group companies, right? So suppose you have the A company code and B company code, and A company code is the major shareholder in the B company code. In that case, the local currency of A company code will be the parent currency for the B company code. Anil. Okay, then see you tomorrow same time. Good night and good day.